It's Ocean Drive in Coney Island.
Ocean Drive is the only luxury rentals in New York with a spectacular ocean view. You wake up in the morning and breathe that ocean air. I'll certify that you're going to live 10 years longer. When I became successful, I wanted to live on the ocean. If you have worked hard, you deserve an apartment on Ocean Drive too. Go to oceandrivenyc.com and reward yourself.
If you're a policeman, fireman, doctor, nurse, or teacher, you qualify for a limited time offer at oceandrivenyc.com. Terms and conditions apply.
You're listening to The Greg Kelly Show.
And we are joined by the great journalist Lieba Nesis. She is a Harvard-trained lawyer who actually covers all kinds of things for the Jewish Voice, including celebrity news. But first and foremost, Lieba, welcome back. And man, how do you feel about Israel and what's happening here?
I think it's horrible. I've written about 9 or 10 articles in the past week covering Israel, how Harvard reacted to it, how the celebrities reacted to it. I went to an FIDF gala last night with over 1,000 people to show support for Israel. But I've really been writing how the celebrity response has been totally inadequate, and a lot of them have shown anti-Semitism. Mark Ruffalo has said Israel's an apartheid regime. Susan Sarandon has shown solidarity with the Palestinians. Malala, who was shot by the Taliban just recently, today, just gave $300,000 to Palestinians in Gaza.
Oh, my gosh. Now, Malala, by the way, she is the most annoying person in the world. Yeah. I hate what happened to her a long time ago, but she doesn't have to annoy us for the rest of our lives. How the hell does she have $300,000?
Well, from the charities, from the money she gets from other charities, she's giving it to the Palestinians. And in 2021, she gave $100,000 to the children in Gaza. She's calling now. This is the new term that people use who are anti-Semitic. We call for an immediate ceasefire because they don't want Israel to fight back. The minute after the carnage, after Hamas slaughtered 1,300 people, you already had celebrities like calling for a ceasefire.
Mark Ruffalo, I don't like. He's not a good actor. He's always in these weird chick flicks. I can't even name one movie he's done. He's terrible. Who are some others?
Well, John Cusack. I mean, he also hasn't had a movie in a long time, but he says he's with Palestine. That what Israel's doing is inhumane. He wrote, John Cusack.
John Cusack, yeah, I used to like that guy. He was in Say Anything. He was in 16 Candles. He was in it's been a long time, I guess. Yeah, John Cusack. Who knew? Yeah. I thought he was a reasonable guy. I used to like him. No. All right, that's terrible. Who else?
Okay, and then you have Alicia Keys, who's a famous superstar singer, and she posted on her Instagram on Monday, everyone knows that the Hamas militants paraglided into the Supernova Music Festival and started killing people. She posted, I'm thinking of taking up paragliding.
Alicia Keys said that?
Alicia posted that on Instagram and wearing the colors of Hamas.
Alicia Keys? I can't believe that. Is she married to Swiss Beats?
Yeah, Muslim. Yeah, Swiss Beats, who's Muslim. And a couple of years ago,
listen, you can be Muslim. You can be Muslim in America, right? I mean, I'm not having a beat, but you support terrorists and you're rooting for the people who slaughtered the women and the children. Alicia Keys. Yeah. I met her once at Yankee Stadium. She didn't seem crazy at the time. Granted, it's a dozen years ago. Shoot.
And she was wearing the colors of Hamas, like a leather jacket with green, black, yellow, and white, the same colors Hamas wears, colors she never usually wears. And then she took it off and said, she took her post off Instagram, and she still didn't come out against Hamas after. She still never spoke out against it, but she said, I'm for peace. She gave some benign comment, which showed where her sympathies were. And so I was really disappointed in her because she had played in Israel during the boycott. She said, I'm going to go to Israel and play. So she can deny it all she wants, but nobody says they want to go paragliding. It's not like saying, I want to go for a motorcycle ride. I mean, it's a very specific type of activity.
She's saying she wants Jewish people dead. I mean, let's face it. That's what that little joke is all about. And I don't like
Right.
her, and I don't like Swiss Beats, and enough with them. Let's see if I can... Hey, what do you think we should do with this? All right, now look, what do you think we do with this? I mean, that lady who runs Harper's Bazaar, she tweeted stuff about, Go Palestine, and she's about to lose her job if she hasn't already. Now, sometimes I'm like, geez, you got these amateurs speaking out about politics, speaking out about things they don't know about. I'm not talking about Alicia Keys because she knew what she was doing with that thing. But, I mean, do we cancel people forever for being on the wrong side of this thing?
I think it depends on what they say. I mean, you can't just say blankly you're going to cancel, but I think that when someone says they want a paraglide, or even Mark Ruffalo, who says Israel's an apartheid regime and we should sanction them, or Keith McMalley, the restaurateur, says the more repugnant the facts, the more we have to listen. I think specifically at Harvard University, where they fully supported 100%, fully supported Hamas and put all the blame on Israel, I think those students should absolutely be penalized. And I think they should be expelled, honestly, because Harvard expels other students who speak out in racist terms or in less.
Yeah, you can be expelled for cheating on a test. You should be expelled for promoting terrorism. All right, Lieba. Wow. What?
Yeah. No, I agree. And they let them have a rally. Harvard permitted a rally in Harvard Yard with 1,000 people supporting the Gazans. This took place Saturday. So we're seeing really where their heart stands. And a lot of the donors are rescinding their funding. They're not the billionaire donors are saying goodbye. Idan Ofer, Bill Ackman, Ken Griffin who gave $300 million. He's saying that he's very unhappy with Harvard. And the list is just going to it's going to be a domino effect. The major billionaire donors are going to quickly revoke their support.
All right. So you went to Harvard. You went to Harvard, right?
Right.
The law school?
The law school, yes.
Was it hard?
It was not that hard. It was very hard to get into, but I really have to say I enjoyed it, and it wasn't that scholastically difficult. Although I can't say the student body was brilliant and amazing, but going through academically was not that hard.
Was it liberal and woke?
Getting in was the hard part.
Hard part getting in. Was it liberal and woke back then?
Yeah, I said that I was actually blacklisted because I supported Israel. So whenever I would speak, people would start hissing so that I couldn't talk. And then I said to someone, I said, what's going on? I feel like every time I talk, people make noises. They showed me a list I was on, people who support Israel, people who have right-wing viewpoints. I was on a special list of people that every time they talk, you have to hiss. And this is 25 years ago, so it's a lot worse now. And I don't think I would speak out now. I literally would be scared of being physically hurt. That's the way I would feel.
At Sephora, we know how you love to use makeup, skincare, hair care, and fragrances that work for you, but also how important it is to be in the know about the ingredients that are in them, which is why we created Clean at Sephora. Curated products from brands like Merit, Amika, Summer Fridays, and Fleur that have everything you want, minus certain ingredients you might not. Clean at Sephora is only at Sephora. Shop now at Sephora.com.
Welcome to the Flash Finds podcast, the world's fastest podcast where we explore how Facebook can help you with the stuff you're into. I'm Emma Rogue, and today I'm with Megan, a member of the Unity Skate Collective group. So Megan, what's the best roller skating tip you've gotten from your Facebook group?
That's probably to square your shoulders. It took me a really long time to learn spins, and it was because my shoulders weren't balanced. But if I balanced them out, I got it.
Say less. I will definitely be joining. Thanks, Megan. See you next time on the Flash Finds podcast, all about discovering the stuff on Facebook you care about. Bye.
The most exciting part of a vacation stay at a home rental? Easy. It's being greeted upon arrival with a rusted lockbox affixed to the underside of a stranger's condo. Yeah, you simply twist knobs, click gears, jiggle it, and then rip it off its moorings, and voila! Your prize is a key to a questionable home rental and maybe tetanus. When you just want to get your vacation started by actually getting into your room, it matters where you stay. At Hilton, we deliver your key right to your phone on the Hilton Honors app. Hilton, for the stay.
Hi, I'm Avantika Chilkoti, host of the Modi Raj, a new podcast from The Economist. Narendra Modi has watched over a period of rapid growth in India, but he's also the front man for a chauvinistic Hindu nationalism. Now, he's eyeing another term as Prime Minister. What will it mean for India and the world? I've been trying to get inside his head. Listen now to the Modi Raj from The Economist, wherever you get your podcasts.
We know that anti-Semitism is real. It's everywhere, and it's undeniable. We see it, we're reading it, we're feeling it. White supremacy is not real. It's just not a thing.
Right.
Do you think now people have to shut up about white supremacy? And I'm including Joe Biden, I'm including the FBI, I'm including various police commissioners trying to talk up something into existence that's not in existence. It's just not a thing. Right. No matter how much they want it to be a thing, it's not a thing. Do you think this changes that a little bit? Because this is real. This is real versus fake. Real versus fake, you know?
Yeah, but the liberals have their narrative, and that's it. They'll always stick to that narrative. Once this, hopefully simmers down or Israel does its job, then the liberals will go back to their narrative, whatever it is. So
well, there are some liberals breaking away. There are some, but most of them are not, and most of them,
One of them I have to applaud is Amy Schumer. She has been unbelievable in this Israel issue, and she now, Newsweek just reported 2 hours ago that she's being canceled. She has 100% stood by Israel and said this is not a liberal issue. And even though, she's been unbelievable, but the celebrities who stand up for Israel are being canceled, and they're being bullied, and they're being threatened. And she has been amazing. Her, Gal Gadot, Jerry Seinfeld, Jessica Seinfeld. But I have to say, Amy Schumer, her career will probably, face a big hit from this, but she's putting herself on the line for the Jewish people, and she should be applauded for that.
Well, I like that. She is funny sometimes, but she also is annoying. But I she's on the right side of this issue. I don't think they can cancel her. I think this will blow over. I do. Sooner or later it will, and we'll see where everything stands. The Alicia Keys of the world, it looks like they're going to get away with it. All right. So, how you letting off steam these days, Lieba? The news is very depressing, especially for a Jew, and you're devout and you support Israel. What do you do to get away from all this stuff?
I really don't get away from it. I mean, I've been writing about 10 articles. Every time I think I get away from it, I sit down and write another article about something that bothers me. So I'm finding article writing cathartic because it lets me get out my feelings of frustration. And, it's hard right now. There is no way to distract yourself because you look at what's happening. And I met the parents of one of the hostages last night. A guy, and it was Omer Nutra, and it was horrible. I mean, the parents looked devastated. Their son is 22 years old. He's sitting in Gaza. Who knows what's going to happen to him? I mean, he's a dual U.S.-Israel citizen, and he was captured. He was an honor student. He chose to serve his country as opposed to attending college in the United States. And these things are heartbreaking. So how can you possibly go about your business as if everything's amazing? It's very, very hard.
All right. Well, Lieba, we're glad you're on the case. We appreciate it so much. Check out the Jewish Voice, and how else can people find you, please?
Jewish Voice. You can look at my Instagram. It's called Lieba's Night Out but prior to this whole Israel thing, I was covering the socialite and celebrity event at night. So, Lieba's Night Out, liebasnightout.com, or the Jewish Voices. Thank you so much, Greg.
You bet, Lieba.
For everything you do.
To be continued. It's my pleasure, and we'll be right back. Thank you, Lieba.
Grand Canyon University makes earning your degree possible with over 130 academic programs for traditional campus students, with more than 80 bachelor's programs offered online. GCU provides you with the personal support you need, from complimentary unofficial transcript evaluations within 24 business hours to scholarships, academic support, and your GCU graduation team, led by your own university counselor. Find your purpose at GCU. Private, Christian, affordable. Visit gcu.edu.